Hello Gemini, Jessica here with Cardinal signs. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to your reading for October 16th through the 31st. So we're going to be taking a look at both general and love messages using tarot and the crystal ball. So I've already shuffled your cards. I'm just going to cut the deck and we can begin. Alright, so the card that came out while I was shuffling, which will be our overall energy for the next 2 weeks, is the Ten of Swords, Rebirth. We've also got the Two of Wands, Possibilities, and the Six of Cups, the Dream. The Sun, Innocence, and Conditioning, this is the Devil. Alright, so we've got two heavier energies here with the Ten of Swords and the Devil, but a lot more lightness around it. So let's see what's going on. I like to think of the Ten of Swords as being a mini death. So this is a transformation. It is not as significant or as far-reaching as that of the Death card, but it is a transformation nonetheless. It can be a little bit difficult or challenging to go through. There might be some growing pains involved, but ultimately you're coming out very renewed and restored. This can also be talking about the recovery of your health. If you have been feeling really low energy or been struggling with health issues, this can be talking about a healing process taking place, and it's kind of like this fighter spirit. Now with the Two of Swords, Possibilities, paired with the Six of Cups, this can for many of you be talking about a love situation, and we will be going into that in more detail later on in the reading. But this is you really rising up to a challenge, rising up to the challenge of realizing what it is that you want. When I say realizing, I mean bringing it into being, bringing it from fantasy into reality. So this is you taking concrete action, positive steps towards getting what it is that you want from a relationship. It doesn't have to be a love relationship, but for many of you it will be. For others of you, this will be a very dear friendship. This is someone in particular that you have history with. You've known this person most likely for a long time, probably a significant portion of your life, and you have very fond memories and a lot of history with this person. They've been quite influential in your life, and you want to take this to the next level. And it's a matter of, I think for a lot of you, kind of plucking up the courage to get there, to make that happen, or to see if it can happen. Now, we also have the Sun, and this is a beautiful omen. There's so much fire here. Because it's paired with the Devil, it's talking about so much passion, and this is a really positive passion. This is not a temptation at all. The Devil can talk about it's kind of like negative temptation, or maybe passion through a red lens rather than a pink rosy lens. But with the Sun card beside it, this is a pure beautiful passion. This is about two people being very open and honest with one another, trusting each other completely, and because of that they can share intimacy on a very deep level that is mutually fulfilling. You feel safe, you feel fulfilled completely. So it's really beautiful energy that you have going on here, Gemini, and I hope that you're able to continue with that and help to nurture that energy as it changes. So let's see what else you need to know. General messages for Gemini. Okay. The sense of time is coming in here. I'm seeing like a stopwatch, and the hands of this stopwatch, they're just going really, really fast, spinning, spinning, spinning. It's reminiscent of the Wheel of Fortune, where things may have been stuck or stagnant for some time, and then all of a sudden all of this movement comes in, and things start tumbling one after the other, everything falling into place. This can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be disorienting and difficult because you kind of are on an unsure footing while you're navigating all of this rapid, sudden change. So that's something you might have to deal with. Okay. Now, just be careful, because someone around you has a pretty big mouth, and it's not that they mean you harm. They really don't. The way that they're coming in here is a toucan, and the color of the beak is a lot like this yellow right here. This is a pretty well-intentioned person. They simply are predisposed to communicating with other people. They like to chat, and it so happens that if you were to tell them something that is sensitive and you don't explicitly say, please don't say this to anybody, please don't repeat what I'm telling you, then you may find that they've gone and talked about it with a lot of other people. So if that's the case, if you are confiding in someone and you're not sure about, how they handle sensitive information, just be sure that you really emphasize the fact that it's private and confidential, and you don't want them to be talking about it with anyone. If you already know who this person might be, if you are good friends with someone, for example, who you know likes to talk, maybe they're not the person to talk to about this. The number 7 is coming in, and this could be different. It could be talking about time. Again, we could be talking about 7 days, 7 weeks, even 7 months, next July. It can also be talking about your crown chakra, 7th chakra, being particularly active at this time, and it often is while we are going through periods of change. For me, I'm picking up a lot more activity in your lower chakras, like red, orange, yellow, so your bottom 3. But with this sun, there is definitely a strong connection with divine, and probably downloading a lot of information and support from your divine support system for these next 2 weeks, and as you continue to work through this transformation. And I'm going to leave that there, and we'll move on to your love messages. So these are already shuffled. The top is going to be for yourself, and the bottom will be for your partner or potential partner. Your overall energy, Gemini, is the Magician. You have the 2 of Wands again coming in here, and the 6 of Wands as well. So really good, strong energy. Now your partner or potential partner is coming in with the Hermit. Actually, I'm just going to push these over a little bit. Oh, some of my cards got a bit messed up. I think I dropped them a few days ago, and they're not quite back to normal. But I don't read reversals, so we have the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. So as I said with you, you have this immense power inside of you right now. Magician, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands. It's like the possibilities are endless for you when it comes to love, when it comes to attraction, to attracting good quality romantic partners into your life, really, there's nothing that can go wrong. You're on fire right now. You have this immense vision, and you know how to get what you want. So it's beautiful because you know what you want, you know how to get it, and you know that you're going to get it. So you have these three things that make you absolutely unstoppable. So for those of you who are single and are looking for a partner, you're going to be finding that person. And based on what I see here, this person might not be quite ready on the level that you are, but nonetheless, they are going to recognize you as this wonderful, solid person that you are, very good partner. And they're going to get there. They're going to get themselves to the place where they are ready for you. You might actually be a little bit intimidating to them. If you're meeting at this time, you have this intense energy, so much charisma right now. And for a lot of people, that can be a little bit overwhelming or intimidating, especially because the energy that I get off of this potential partner is a little bit on the shyer side, a little bit on the quieter side. So just be aware of that. Now, for those of you who have a partner, whether it's something new or long-term, they have the Hermit here. So they are searching for something, and it's going to be different for everyone, but I feel that they've been searching for a long time. They may be finding themselves. This could be a personal search where they don't quite feel like they're, being authentic. They're not in their right career path. They're not doing the things that they're meant to do in order to feel fulfilled. So perhaps they're in this spiritual search in order to fill that void within them. And there's indication that they've been doing this for quite some time, but they are almost there. Like, they've got the light at the end of the tunnel here, so they are on their way up and out of that kind of more introspective, withdrawn period. So I can see here that for those of you who are partnered, the two of you have very, very different energy. So as I said, a lot more quiet, introspective, very, very patient. This person could wait a lifetime for something and be perfectly content with that. Whereas you, with the way your energy is right now at any rate, you want things right now. You think of it and you want it, and you want it right now. So a lesson can be learned here by observing your partner, perhaps trying to emulate kind of that beautiful ability to be patient, because that's a wonderful skill and lesson to master, is that of patience. But likewise, you have a lot to offer to your partner, and I think that you are this very bright, shining beacon for them. They may have gotten a little bit lost, and you've probably noticed that they haven't been quite themselves. They may be going through a darker or troubled period right now. And for them, you are their shining light. You're their sun. And you're the person who has helped to pull them back up and out of their searching and seeking. And that was a necessary process for them, but as I said, I see that coming to a close now, where they're going to become much more like the way that they used to be, plus whatever lessons that they've learned from this process. Let's see what else you need to know. Okay, they're pointing towards your partner here, and it's like you just need to pay a little bit of extra attention to them. There's something going on here where maybe they're feeling a disconnect. Maybe they're feeling a little bit neglected, but it could be something as simple as just saying, hey, how are you doing today? And just catching up on them on that very, basic level, just checking in. Okay, so I'm hearing crocodile tears and I'm seeing a crocodile. So just be careful. This could be you, this could be your partner, this could be somebody else that the two of you are interacting with, but somebody's got some kind of sob story and they're really hamming it up. And you just have to be able to see through the truth of that and not feed their story. That's what's coming in here. Okay, so I feel for those of you who are in relationship, you're approaching a bridge, and you're meant to cross this bridge together as a partnership. And it's a milestone. It's a step forward into something that is beyond where you are right now. So this is going to mean different things for everybody. It's going to be some kind of major milestone. And it's interesting because it's occurring without a lot of fanfare. It's pretty low key, but yet you are definitely leaving something behind, and you are traveling across this bridge, and by doing so together, you are embarking on a new phase within your relationship. So because it's over water, like, you know how the saying, like, water under the bridge, this can be letting go of something, and letting it finally be in the past and no longer affecting you. So if there has been any kind of sore spot, whether you're feeling sore about something or your partner's feeling sore about something, this image showing the two of you walking over this bridge and letting the water flow underneath, it's really important for your relationship, because you're finally letting that go, and you're just going to move forward, and you're cutting those ties with the past, with whatever bitterness or soreness might have been lingering. So it's very freeing for you. Now, something that's coming in here, and I'll conclude our reading with this final message. This emphasis with all of your wand energy, it's very active energy, it's very demanding energy, and there's like it's dry, okay? So they're showing it in such a way that it's being portrayed as like a desert. So your partner is coming in here with a lot more watery energy. So it's important for you to connect with your partner on an intimate emotional level, to help the two of you balance each other out right now, because you're running very hot and dry with your energy, whereas your partner is very cool, dark, and moist. So I guess that might sound a little bit strange, the way that I'm describing the energy, but this is how I'm seeing it and feeling it. So when you merge this bright, hot, dry energy with the cool, dark, moist energy, you're going to have a lot of balance, and the both of you are going to feel more alive and in tune with one another, rather than being so opposite, so black and white. Okay, so I'm going to draw our reading to a close with that, Gemini. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found these messages helpful. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can find my email in the description box below. I look forward to reading again for you in November for our next 2-week forecast. So take care of yourself until then.